Hi, everyone. I'm Wes Kim, board president of Seattle Pro Musica, and I'd like to welcome you to the opening night of our online auction, Past 50, Next 50. Before we begin, I'd just like to acknowledge on behalf of Seattle Pro Musica that the land we live, work, and play on is the ancestral home of the Duwamish people, and we are very grateful for the opportunity to do what we do, and we hope that you will join us in supporting the Duwamish tribe through Real Rent Duwamish or learning more about the tribe at duwamishtribe.org. So without further ado, let's begin.
Well, hi! I'm Katie Skold, Executive Director of Seattle Pro Musica.
And I'm Karen P. Thomas, Artistic Director, also of Seattle Pro Musica. We are so excited to see you tonight and to be seen by you and to be kicking off our gala online auction for our 50th anniversary. 50th anniversary year means Pro Musica was founded in the 70s when my favorite band was all the rage. So I'm here representing tonight.
Just show off that shirt. I hope people saw what was on the shirt and didn't just think, wow, look at that. Karen?
Read the shirt.
Read the shirt.
Read the shirt.
We are thrilled that you've chosen to join us for our live stream kickoff event. Our auction this year has 3 separate segments of fundraising. We have our online auction, which is live now. You can start bidding immediately. There are opportunities for you in this moment if you are a registered bidder. And then next week, we'll close this on the 14th, and then on the 15th, April 15th at 6:30 p.m. you can come to our live gala fundraiser party at the Museum of History and Industry in Seattle. We're going to have an in-person silent auction and we're going to have an in-person live auction there. So if you are a person who gave an item and don't see it up on this set, either I didn't get it in yet because I'm only one person, or it's going to be in our live events. So please consider coming to those in-person events as well. And gosh, just really appreciate you being here tonight for this fun time.
Absolutely. And as fun as this will be, and it will be fun, the in-person on April 15, you don't want to miss it because not only are there auctions, there's beverages and snacks and recognitions and a short concert and dancing, my friends. There will be dancing. I'm ready.
Turn this to the side and let people see how tall those heels are.
Check it out.
She's definitely going to wear those all the night long.
All the night long.
If you're watching this on the Max Giving site, our auction portal, you might want to open the video in YouTube in another tab so that you can be actively bidding during the process. Or if you're not yet registered for the online version of the auction, you might want to get registered. And here to tell you how to get registered is our pal Wes. Take it away.
Hi, I'm Wes, and I'm going to show you how you can buy tickets online for Seattle Pro Musica's upcoming auction, Past 50, Next 50, which will be held at the Museum of History and Industry on Saturday, April 15th. And I'll also show you how you can register for the online auction, which starts Saturday 8th. So the first thing you're going to do is go to seattlepromusica.org. Oh, and look, the first section is about the auction and gala. So you can select this link right here, or you can also go to seattlepromusica.org/auction and hit this big old button. And the first thing that will happen is it'll take you to the ticketing page. And we have a few different levels to select from. I'm going to choose one Prime ticket, and I'll throw in a $50 donation. And then you will fill out your information as the buyer of the tickets so that we can contact you if we have any questions. And then from there, you will enter your guest information. So it's automatically going to fill in your info as guest number 1. And then if you have additional tickets that you're buying, you can fill in their information as well. In fact, you might want to make sure you have email, phone number, and addresses for your guests just so you can get that info in there. And then once you confirm all that, you move on to entering your payment information, and then you submit, and congratulations, you are now the proud owner of auction tickets. And then it will take you to the online registration. So let's do that. It will automatically fill in information that you entered already, and you just have to create a password, and then you hit register, and boom, now you're set for the online auction as well. If you only want to register for the online auction, when you get to this page, go to the top right and look for this register link up there. So when you click that, then you can say, well, I don't have a ticket and will only participate online. Register, and you'll enter your info here. And once you've entered your name, phone number, email, and created a password, you'll go on to enter a credit card so you can start bidding on items. So this is where the fun begins. Let's go over to the actual auction site. Now, once you're registered, you can come to the auction tab and look for items that you're interested in. I'm doing this before we've opened the online auction, so nothing is live yet to bid on. However, if you see items that you're really interested in, like, oh, look, a Korean barbecue meal kit for 6, sounds great. You can click the little heart icon, and now that will be in your favorites. So you can keep track of the items that you're really interested in. While you're here, you can also make a donation to our Fund a Dream. This is to continue the composer commissions that we started with our New American Composer series this season. And we're going to just keep doing this year after year. We're going to bring a composer in and have them meet with the choir, meet with local kids. It's going to be great. And so that is what we are hoping to fund this year. You can also buy merch or CDs. So when the auction is open on April 8th, that's when you can actually start bidding on all these items. And we wish you luck in getting the items you want. And we also look forward to seeing those of you who will be joining us at the Museum of History and Industry on April 15th. So if you have any questions about how to auction, please email admin@seattlepromusica.org and someone will get back to you to help you out. So, looking forward to seeing you.
Welcome back. I hope that you are registered, active, and good to go with the situation here on the internet. Now, I want to note a couple of special things. As I said, we're going to have multiple segments of auction this year. And in our past couple of years, since we've had to be online only, we've done some night of only during the stream items. That's not happening this year. You don't have to get a bid in. What are you doing?
It's not happening this year. I'm just reinforcing that it's not happening.
It's like signs for everything. We did not rehearse this part in advance. I'm just like, what's going on over here? My co-anchor is a question mark. There you go. Okay, so we don't have any items that have to go tonight. And I want you to know that there are items, you will know, you will get to find out, I will show you. We will show you. Seattle Pro Musica will show you on the auction site the items that will be available for bid in person as well. They'll be in preview mode at all times. So for example, Wes is going to show you the Korean barbecue, which is an item that we will have in our in-person event. Now, as you know, Seattle Pro Musica is a nonprofit. We have to get licenses to do things like auction-specific stuff. So anything with wine, beer, spirits, the promise of alcohol like a tasting, or some of these dinners that in the descriptions talk about the fact that you will have a wine pairing or other beverages, etc. Those are all going to be at our in-person auction because that's just the way the licensing works now. The Washington State Liquor Control Board allowed us very generously over the past few years to auction alcohol online. That is no longer the case. So, for example, this Korean barbecue, you'll see the item itself on the auction listing. It's not available for bidding, and when you see that it's in preview only, that means it's going to be an item in our live in-person event.
Which is why you want to make sure you're at the live auction, because there are things that are happening there that you can't do online.
Right.
So, there we go.
You can do a lot online. We have some extremely lovely items given to us by our very generous donors, and we'd like to highlight a couple of them for you now. The first I'd like you to take a look at is the pot roast and pie dinner for 6. This is a new item this year offered by Tina Littleton. She's gonna be hosting a dinner at her home in Richmond Beach. Tender pot roast, roasted vegetables, homemade bread, and apple pie. Therefore not appropriate for vegetarians, but it sounds like a wonderful homey meal. Thank you, Tina, for this item. This is item number, should have pulled that up. Item number 300. Current high bidder, Karen Thomas.
Yeah!
201. 300 is the fair market value.
You're absolutely right. Wes is in the room with us. It just isn't on the screen, but it's item number 201. How about item number 301? That's our transit tour, which is a repeat item. By popular demand, it's back. Chris Rule, who works on the light rail project, will take you around the secret unknowns of Seattle's transportation industry. A custom tour of our past, present, and future. Ooh, it's thematic.
It's so much fun. I did this the first year it was offered, and Chris Rule, he rules at this. It's so good. Sorry.
That was great.
You knew
I
I was
loved
going to
it.
do that.
Chris probably didn't. But
Sorry, Chris.
Current high bidder, Paul Drana. Take him out. We've got item number 303. This one's back after a hiatus. This is a bird watching with a field ornithologist. Dan
So cool.
Frederick, who is a registered ornithologist, professional ornithologist, will take you and a group of four participants total, or one car full, on a beautiful ornithology day. You can go several different places. You can go a single location and find something specific, and you'll make a plan directly with Dan. And I've heard wonderful things about his ability to explain to you what it is you're enjoying out there in the world. Look at all those birds. Current high bidder is previously mentioned Chris Rule.
Oh,
How about new this year catalog item 304? I'm just going through all the experiences basically. Catalog item 304, which is cooking classes at the Pantry.
nice.
The Pantry is a lovely spot in the sort of South Ballard, Licton Hills, like Stumbletown-ish area off 70th.
What is Licton
Licton
Hills?
Springs. That's like, you know what, how all the neighborhoods have new names now? Sunset Hill, Licton Springs, I just mashed them up. It doesn't matter. Where do you live? Don't tell anybody. Anyway, the Pantry is a wonderful spot that does cooking classes and communal meals. This is a gift card for $270. That's enough to take 2 people to any of their cooking classes, or you can go to multiple classes just yourself. Current high bidder is Marisa Dahlman.
Marisa.
Hope she wins and takes me with. All right, and then we've got a pickleball picnic for 4, which I think is very fun. That's catalog number 305. This is pickleball lessons with Kathy, who is a self-professed non-expert and rather an enthusiastic beginner, but she knows the rules and how to get you started playing.
Cool.
Expert level coaching not included, but it sounds like a really fun afternoon that includes a picnic provided by Miriam. So go hang out with Kathy and Miriam. What a wonderful day.
Sounds great.
Yeah, it really
Am I
does.
winning?
Nope. Jordan's taking you down.
Jordan. I'll be back. I'll be back, Jordan.
And outside of experiences, this year we've got a sourdough starter kit from Karina. It's catalog number 412, and she says the pandemic might be winding down, but it's never too late to start making your own sourdough. The kit includes everything you need to make the perfect loaf of sourdough, and you can read it yourself. You are capable. I believe in you. But she also could provide you starter to get going. So
Ooh,
kinda
nice.
great. Yeah,
That's
you
very
can make your
cool.
own, and you can get going with Karina's, which I'm sure has excellent properties of sourness.
Yeah.
Let's close this.
Also
one.
doughy.
Also doughy. Yeah! Those are some of the items available, and we will be dropping more items in the next couple of days, so don't forget to check back. And don't forget to use the favorite feature on those online items. You also can set yourself up to receive text messages if you get outbid, which is a wonderful feature of the
Very
Snacks
handy.
Giving site. Yeah,
Very
yeah.
handy. I'm
Oh,
being
yeah.
texted right now.
Are you?
No.
Wow. She's lying for the stream.
Lying.
Amazing.
Lying. But you know, we have something exciting coming up. We do. Because it wouldn't be a Seattle Pro Musica live stream without Katie making a cocktail.
Hey, I'm gonna make you a cocktail. Yeah, I'm gonna make you a drink. I'm gonna make you a cocktail, and you can tell me what you think. You can have a little drink with me. That's me, I'm Katie. Oh, I'm gonna make you a cocktail. Yeah, I'm gonna make you a drink. I'm gonna make you a cocktail, and you can tell me what you think.
Hello! Welcome to my cocktail segment. I'm thrilled that you're here. What we're going to make tonight is a 70s classic, the Harvey Wallbanger. Now, the Harvey Wallbanger was not birthed in the 70s, but rather in the 50s, and is often credited to Hollywood bartender Donato Antone of Duke's Black Watch Bar there in the 1950s. Hollywood, yes, exactly. So, but we think, the internet thinks, the world seems to think that the Harvey Wallbanger really got going when the Galliano company picked up an ad skim. And they decided that they really wanted to get their Galliano into more hands. So, Wes, would you put that cute little ad that I forget what the statement is?
I will in just a moment because I think I forgot to create a slide for it.
Oh, fantastic. I love
but
that.
Hold on.
That's fine.
We got it.
We're just rolling here in the world.
Uh,
If you like all things Italiano, try a sip of Galliano. Is that what it is?
It is,
Yeah.
but except it's not.
Except it's not showing up. We'll just have to email it to you. It's cute. It's really cute. But there's just sort of an elegance to this bottle, yeah. So the Harvey Wallbanger is a takeoff of the Screwdriver, which is a vodka orange juice situation that many college freshmen enjoyed as one of their earliest beverage experiences. Oh, cool! I'm in the tiny corner. It's cool. It's really good. Did you mean for that to be true?
Well, no, that was where the delay.
Oh, that's where the slide.
might
I'm
have
on a
shown up, but
delay.
it did
I'm
not.
on a delay.
So, yeah.
Well, there you
You're
go.
back.
I'm back. Hey, hi. Hey, how would I make you a cocktail, Navia? So, the Harvey Wallbanger is a drink that is relatively easy to make. I have literally never had one. We're gonna have this moment together. Oh, shoot, I forgot to change my earrings to my cool cocktail making ones. Now, thank you, Jordan, for these gifts. I'm just gonna put one in here. We'll just be a little offset. There we go. These are preserved orange slices. Very appropriate. Also, if you have no context for me making a cocktail, if you're new to Seattle Pro Musica, if you're new to our auction experiences, if you're new to our streaming, let me know. Watch Coral Tapas. We've got 4 or 5 experiences of me making cocktails in a highly dorky yet hopefully entertaining fashion. So yeah, just check them out. There's a whole backlog of cool stuff we've got for you on the internet. I'd like to start by preparing our garnish. The classic Harvey Wallbanger garnish is a slice of orange, usually a half moon, and a cherry. So we're gonna cut this orange, looks gorgeous, and I'm gonna get you a big old slice, pretty thin. Should have done this in a half first, but here we are, living this life. Terrible. There we are, in the cherry part of, so loud. This is why I like to edit these. Okay, so we've got a cherry, we've got a pick, we've got a half moon of orange. I'm gonna make a little flag by stabbing through the pith, and then through the cherry, and then back through the pith again. So we've got a lovely little orange boat. Wow, that's a wet cherry. Okay, so that's happened and is prepared for us to make a beautiful beverage. Maybe beautiful. Questionable. We'll find out. We have Seattle Pro Musica double rocks glasses available for sale in the items for sale tab of your auction. If you don't yet have a set of these gorgeous engraved glasses, you can get them. Usually build a Harvey Wallbanger in a Collins glass, which is taller and thinner. But here's what we're doing today, baby. We're just doing it. I should have asked Karen to bring me a spoon so I didn't have to just manhand the ice here, but I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna drop the ice all over the floor is what I'm gonna do, and it's gonna make a puddle and I'm gonna step in it. It's gonna be really fun for later. And also, maybe, can you hear me over the ice? I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna put some ice in our glass. We're going to build the cocktail in the glass because it doesn't require dilution and it's very simple, only 4 ingredients. Oh, I should have said that earlier, what's in it, yeah? Well, missed that cue. How about this? We're gonna do it now. It contains 4 ounces of orange juice, 1.5 ounces of vodka, a 1/2 ounce of Galliano as a float, and then you can adjust for your preferences. All right, cool, we're gonna make it again. I've got 4 ounces of fresh squeezed orange juice right here. You can also use the stuff in the bottle, but fresh squeezed is really lovely. So, slam it in there. And then we're gonna use 1.5 ounces of a vodka that you don't hate. Just pick something you don't hate, because if you do hate it, you're gonna hate the whole drink. This is just always my recommendation. Don't pick anything that you're gonna drink yourself with an ingredient you don't like. Just don't do it. You can try stuff for the first time, but maybe make yourself like a half size. Anyway, this vodka is pretty decent. It's very like nothing, which I think is one of the best endorsements of vodka. Okay, we're gonna take 1.5 ounces of the vodka into our glass here. I'm gonna give it just sort of a cursory stir with my wet bar spoon. Ah, yes, so there's vodka in there, there's Galliano in there. Nope, there isn't. There's vodka and there's orange juice. The Galliano comes now. And Galliano is an interesting spirit. It is vanilla-y and a little anisey, but the anise factor is light and the vanilla factor is strong, and the sweet factor is the reason Karen doesn't like these. So we're gonna roll, that's not for that. We're gonna roll with the original way that the drink was made, which is to float the Galliano on top, and then it's just gonna get stirred in because you're a human person drinking a drink. The floats don't last, but we're gonna do it because that's how it is. So I'm gonna invert my bar spoon just to kind of keep it from just plopping all the way directly down to the bottom. A little float. It's supposed to be about 1/2 ounce. That was maybe it, about it. Should have poured it out somewhere else instead. Ah, lovely, maybe. And then, oh yeah, cover your face with your tools, Kate. Okay, and then here's our flag. Oh, there we go. I just sunk half of it to the bottom. This is a Harvey Wallbanger, which I'm going to taste for the very first time in my whole life right now. Cheers! All right, yeah, that's fine. That's a fine drink. That's fine. Yeah, it's fine. You know, I think it needs more Galliano. I want to taste the anise. If you don't have Galliano, I bet you could use yellow chartreuse. If you do have that, like, why would you have yellow chartreuse and not Galliano? Well, I guess if you hate Galliano, you might have yellow chartreuse. Anyway, yellow chartreuse is better, I think, but Oh yeah, that's better with a little more of the business in it to make it more interesting than just like a straight up screwdriver. But there's that. We made a Harvey Wallbanger together. The original etymology of the name, ostensibly according to the Galliano Company, like they made this whole thing up. They made up a character named Harvey Wallbanger who was a surfer, and he had a catchphrase of something like, "I can be made," which I think has like, is that mob stuff? I don't know. I'm not really sure. I was born in 1983. All right. Yeah, that's fine. If you don't want an alcoholic version of a Harvey Wallbanger, my suggestion to you would be to do something along these lines. Take the rest of your ice that you sort of pawed at earlier, and I made, before this, a vanilla simple syrup. Simple syrup is really easy to make, and I highly recommend you do it if you are doing a lot of cocktail work at home. Cocktail work, like it's a, okay. If you're making a lot of cocktails at home, I recommend that you make your own simple syrups. Like, it's really an easy way to infuse fun flavors into a drink, and it's cheaper in a lot of times than buying some infused stuff. Especially, like, don't buy a bottle of simple syrup unless you're like really in a pinch, don't have any other sugar in your house. But simple syrup, a classic simple syrup, is a 1-to-1 of sugar and water. You heat up the sugar and water until the sugar melts, and you can put just about anything in that pan while you're making the simple syrup. So this simple syrup I made a week and a half ago. It's got little vanilla bean business in it because it's a vanilla simple syrup. These last forever. So you can make a vanilla fennel simple syrup to get you close to the flavors of the anise and vanilla in Galliano. And then you can put a little bloop of it in the bottom of your glass. If you're looking for something low alcohol, but not necessarily no alcohol, I would add a splash of orange bitters here to give you a little bit more funkiness, a little bit more depth, a little bit more herbaceousness. And again, we've got that that fennel-y sort of herbal thing going on there. So that would be good to do. And then I used all of my fresh squeezed orange juice in my cocktail. So I'm gonna pop open this. I expected that to be a nicer noise. I'm gonna pop open this fake stuff and add a little bit here, but not very much. Maybe an ounce and a half there. And then I'm gonna stir it up with the same. And then top it with club soda, because club soda and simple syrup is a really nice way to get yourself a little bev that's not too intense for a weeknight situation. I guess this is a weekend. Is it Friday? Saturday. Saturday? I don't know when I am. You know, preparing for an auction really takes it out of you, man. There's just a lot going on here at Seattle Pro Musica. So this is my sort of orange vanilla, it's a creamsicle soda, basically. Yeah, and that friggin' rules. Sorry, Harvey, this is better. All right, now I just made you a cocktail and a non-cocktail. I hope you enjoyed these beverages, and we'll do this again sometime, yeah? Cheers!
Oh, hey, just made you a cocktail. Oh, hey, just made you a drink. Hey, just made you that cocktail. Why don't you tell me what you think?
Well,
Do we do it?
We're back. You know, because I'm a little bit older than you, Katie, I actually drank Harvey Wallbangers when I was in high school because they were like...
In high school?
They were the rage. They were all the rage in the 70s when I was in high school, and it was just a thing. And probably, I mean, I drank them with my family because it was like, oh, you should try this thing called a Harvey Wallbanger. It was probably, when I had it, it was probably mostly orange juice, and at the time, really liked them.
This is growing on me.
Now, I don't know. Yeah, it's. Should I try it?
Sure.
Oh God. It's gonna take me back.
Ooh,
Oh,
it
no.
is getting better.
Oh,
It
no.
is getting better. It's because, you know, the more sips you have of a like subpar drink, the better it tastes.
Oh, that is the taste of high school.
Yikes.
Wow. Yeah, it was the 70s. Do you know that you can make this same drink, but if you substitute tequila for the vodka, you get a drink that's called the Freddy Fuddpucker. That's real.
That sounds bad.
That's real.
Yeah, I
And
did find
yeah,
that.
you have to
Research.
say that before you start drinking. Anyway, that's a true thing. If you prefer tequila, you can make that. Okay, now I'm actually here to be serious because we're going to talk about this year's Fund a Dream. So as you know, if you've attended our auctions, we every year have a special Raise the Paddle Fund a Dream for an initiative for our next season. And this last year, we've had such an interesting year. It's not over yet. But we, as you know, if you've been coming to our concerts, for our 50th anniversary, we commissioned 5 young BIPOC composers from across the country, had them write a new piece for us, brought them to Seattle for a week-long residency where they worked with the choir. They went into public schools and worked with students. And over the course of the year, we reached over 1,000 students in 11 different schools with these 5 composers, which is amazing.
Very cool.
Amazing. And most of those schools are repeat schools. So there are some schools that saw all 5 composers, or 4 or 3 of them. And the kids were just wowed by this. I mean, more so than I would have thought, right? We had one school in which every time a composer showed up and you know did their classroom thing, at the end, the kids would like rush the composer to get an autograph.
I love that.
I love
It's
that.
So charming.
I just love that. There were so many just beautiful stories about how this played out this year with reaching kids in different ways, and stories about individual kids who had been not engaging very much with other kids, and after participating in this and you know doing something with a composer, they suddenly blossomed and started becoming the cool kid. I mean, it's just been amazing. So we really feel strongly that this is something that has to continue for so many reasons, for educational reasons, for bringing new music to the world reasons, for helping to get young composers some recognition. All these reasons are so important. And so what we want to do going forward, now we can't do 5 composers a year. This was a very special year.
That would be bonkers.
And it made me...
We're fine. It's okay. We're fine.
We're fine.
We're
But
good.
oh my gosh, yeah, it was a lot.
It's been an ambitious year.
We're not gonna do that many. But going forward, we want to keep this rolling. So the New American Composers series that we started this year will continue, and we will bring every year one composer to come work with us, to write a new piece for us, to be here for a week, work with the choir, go into the schools. And an added portion of this is that we want to make it possible for the students who work with that composer to come join us in a concert and perform with ProMusica. And especially with just one composer, and knowing that we have relationships with all the schools established, I think it'll be easier for us to plan, and for those teachers to plan and be able to have their kids actually join us in a ProMusica concert, which is super exciting. I'm so stoked about this.
Yeah, I am too.
So, this is our Fund a Dream ask for this year's. We're looking to raise $35,000 as both to fund this first year and as seed money to continue the program. And the composer that we have lined up for this coming year is Eric Twan, who is from the Bay Area. And Eric is a wonderful composer, conductor, choral musician. He conducts the Piedmont East Bay Children's Choir, which he also grew up in. So he grew up in it under their founding director, and he's now the director. So he's very skilled at working with children as well as with adults, and writes beautiful music, and we've performed some of his music. In fact, we performed his nocturne this fall. And so we're just super excited, and Eric is really excited to be our composer for next year. So that, my friends, is our Fund a Dream, and Katie will perhaps explain how you find it on the
Oh, I'd love
website.
to. Absolutely. Great, incredible. What you have to do is, it's in the, right under the Past 50 Next 50 header at the top of the fundraising website. You'll see Home, Auction, Fund a Dream, and then CDs and more. And Fund a Dream is where you would go to make a donation, make a pledge in support of this virtual version of our Raise the Paddle. And then, of course, this fundraising will be added to our in-person fundraising as well. And we just really appreciate however much you can give in support of this particular initiative. I'm really thrilled about it because it feels like ProMusica has finally found the way to be involved in the schools, right? We've been searching for years for an opportunity to be appropriately engaged with the K-12 programs, right? And by that, I mean, most of the choristers in Seattle ProMusica are adults with day jobs, and it makes it very difficult for us to get a contingent to go to schools and interact with kids. So, the fact that we want to be seeding new singers of the future and being involved in the educational opportunities with students in the area, and we don't want to step on the toes of other extraordinary nonprofits who are doing that work very effectively in the schools. This is a way for ProMusica to provide an experience to students, a musical experience that is connected to choral music specifically, and then having the culmination be a performance with SPM. It really brings all of those elements together in a way that is it's really exciting for me as executive director to be like, oh, this is the right way. Like ProMusica, we're doing it now, right? And so this as a legacy for ProMusica in the future, it feels really powerful. So thank you so much for your support. No amount is too small, but large amounts are extremely welcome as well.
No amount is too big.
That's right. Yep. Seed money for this program will help us keep it going from now into the next 50 years.
So exciting. Past 50.
Past 50, next 50.
Next 50. We're moving right along. So again, thank you so much for your donations to that. We appreciate you very much.
I think we have a retrospective moment with one of our composers from this season. I think Wes is going to share with us part of one of those pieces.
Great.
Yeah? Cool.
So that was an excerpt from Marcus Garrett's piece that he wrote for us that we performed this fall.
Madrigal.
Madrigal is the name of the piece, and beautiful piece. All the pieces that we commissioned this year are fantastic, and we're just super happy about how everything turned out. So that gives you a little idea of what our program was. And we're going to now show you a little clip of the music of Eric Twan, who is our composer for next season. And this is from his piece called Nocturne, which we performed also earlier this fall.
Welcome back. Wasn't that lovely? I loved singing that piece. He wrote it when he was like a total baby, something like 20 in grad school. Like one of the first pieces that he wrote that was published. It's just, we have been so fortunate in these composers that Karen reaches out to that want to work with Seattle Pro Musica. We have enough of a reputation that folks want to come and hang out with us, which is extraordinary, really valuable. So thank you for being the ensemble that's so great, and then for being the audience that comes to these concerts and makes our composers feel welcome and appreciated. It's just so valuable, and we are really grateful. I want to clarify that if you're on the Fund a Dream page, what you see is a thermometer that gives you an idea of the overall fundraising total desired for the full event. Now that includes Fund a Dream and ticket donations and all of that is rolled into what auction items,
right.
All of that in total. So the Fund a Dream goal is still $35,000, and what you're seeing on that page is our event total goal of $125,000, and we're currently somewhere like what, 28,000, something like that, 23,000. I clicked away from it like a dork. $24,871. Now I may at some point in the next day or so figure out how to change that so it really shows you just Fund a Dream, but since it's on the front page as well, I'm not sure if I'll do that. You can let me know what you think in the comments of this YouTube video. A little engagement, appreciate that. Thank you so much. This drink is getting better.
Uh-oh. Watch out. You have important things to tell people.
You're right. You know what I have to tell people?
Yeah.
One of the lovely things we've been doing year over year is appreciating our Fermata donors. Our Fermata donors are those who give on a monthly basis regularly to Seattle Pro Musica, and it's so helpful to us to have a stream of income that we can count on. So we are so grateful to our Fermata donors for that consistency and steadiness. Thank you so much. So for this year, as in many previous years, we are recognizing our Fermata donors who choose to increase their donation at the time of the auction. Because, you know, inflation, prices of things change. Maybe levels of donation to your favorite nonprofits could change with it. So if you increase your Fermata gift by $5 or more a month, or if you sign up new for $5 or more a month, you will be entered into a raffle drawing to win a gift card to Canvas.
Whoa!
Wow!
Nice.
Yes, $400 gift card, which
Ooh.
should take care of
Ooh.
an experience for you in a lobby. We
Nice.
hope so. Please consider doing that, and you can do that from anywhere. You do not have to be present at the live auction to win that raffle. We're going to draw it at the live auction, but if you are not present, you can still win it. So we are grateful to you, and excuse me, let me clarify. Every $5 of increase is another entry into the raffle. So if you give us $10 more a month, that's 2 entries. So
$50 more a month is 10 entries into the raffle?
sure would be. And
Oh!
and like, you know, pretty representative of you know, the 50 years. And also you don't have to say point. Shh. Okay. Anyway, so Seattle Pro Musica, as a nonprofit, is grateful for all of the gifts that are being presented to us via this fundraising event, opportunity, situation. And no matter what you give, if you can't give it all, but you share this with other people, gosh, that's so helpful.
Great idea.
Yeah.
Sharing is really, really helpful.
Tell people about the event. Tell people about Seattle Pro Musica. Let them know that we're trying to do good work in the world. So, and we are trying to do good work in the world.
And I think we're doing it.
I think we're doing it.
We've been doing it this year.
Oh,
we're gonna
boy.
keep doing it.
We sure have been doing it.
We are going to keep
You know what else we're
doing
gonna
it.
do?
What?
Smythe Mozart on May 20th. I want you to save the date for that. Tickets are not yet available because we have to get our reserved seating under control. Karen has hired a very large orchestra and we need to take some seats out. So we will...
It's a big orchestra.
Because round orchestra?
Because Ethel Smythe's Mass in D is big. It is a huge and amazing piece. And the Mozart C minor Mass is also a big, wonderful piece. So, oh my gosh, this is our grand finale of our 50th anniversary. This is the concert we would have done in May of 2020.
Boy.
And yeah, 3 years ago, and we all know what happened before that. So finally, we get to do these 2 amazing masses. So please save the date, May 20, 8 p.m., St. James Cathedral. Tickets will be available very soon.
All right, I think we're coming to the close of this particular event.
Okay.
We are so grateful to you for hanging out with us. I've seen some of your comments here in this live chat. If something comes up and you have a problem with your auction situation, let me know. If I can't solve this problem, I'll reach out to Max Giving directly. I'm at katie@seattlepromusica.org or admin@seattlepromusica.org, and we have representatives at Max Giving who will help us solve any thing I can't deal with. So do let us know. We have your back. We want you to be involved in the way you want to be involved. And we're grateful to you for being here. What a nice time.
It was a great time. Thank you so much. And thank you to our fabulous board president, Wes Kim, who is managing everything behind the scenes so that all this technology works and we can be here and you can see us and we can engage with you. So thank you,
Oh.
Wes.
Yeah, which reminds me, you had an ad to show people, yeah?
Oh, sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure. This is the Galliano ad we were talking about earlier.
There
Charming.
Way to cap off your
Beautiful.
evening.
Yeah, just cap it off.
They did that. The bottle really used to be that big too.
Yeah, like, we got a little guy.
This is a
because
mini.
We didn't think we were going to use it that much.
Yeah, Galliano bottle. The real bottle is like that. That's why
Doesn't fit
everybody
in the cupboard.
wanted one. Yeah, it totally doesn't. Yeah.
Anyway, thank you to Wes. Thank you to all of the donors of our auction items and the sponsors of our season. You can take a look at who all of those people are on the front page of our website, of the auction website, seattlepromusica.org/auction or spm2023.maxgiving.bid. Thank you again for your time, for your energy, for your engagement, for hanging out with us, for making a cocktail, for existing in the world, and being supporters of choral music. We're thrilled to be connected to you.
And we will see you on April 15, we hope, live at the Museum of History and Industry for our big gala smash event. Don't forget your dancing shoes.
And also on April 14th at 7 p.m. we're going to do a little close of the live stream situation. It's going to be very low key, and you should come to that too. 7 p.m. April 14th.
Cool.
Thanks. Bye. Bye.